Now, what are the levels of management? I mean, if you go into an organization or if you work in an organization, what are the things that you will see in terms of management, or what are the levels that you will see in terms of management? If you go to the lower levels, you probably see certain managers. If you probably go to the next level, you may see the middle level management, and probably the most difficult people to see within an organization would be the top level management. Or if you have a small issue, you wouldn't really contact the top management, but maybe the lower or the middle level management. Now, let me explain in brief what is strategic management to really help you understand the top level, middle level and lower level management. What is strategic management? Now, we've looked at what is management, set of activities to achieve a given task. That would be management. Strategic management is nothing but making sure that all the activities, all the things that are carried out in an organization are aligned towards achieving the objective. Now, or vision. Now, who are these people? The top level management people. The top management people usually comprise of maybe the CEO. I would say the CEO is one of them. There's a board of directors, or you could have a general manager, or you could have the managing director, and so on. The top level management who basically get together and set a vision for the organization. We want to be the best service provider in this particular segment. That is supposing the vision. And these are the people who actually carry out this. So if you have a bank which wants to be the best in customer service, who really has the customer interface in a bank? The lower level management team, the people at the operational level, the people, the cashier, the teller, the operational manager, and the supervisor, and maybe all the people who are really interacting with the customer. So they would be in the lower level, and people who are managing this would be the lower management. Now, the top level management set the vision, and the lower level management actually implemented at the lower levels. But there's a missing link. Now, for the vision to be translated into an operational level plan, you need what is called as a middle management, who actually serve as a link between the top level management and the lower level management. Now, if I was to say the vision was to be the best service provider in the industry or in a certain industry, how would that be translated into things that would be, or things that could be implemented at a lower level management? It would be confusing. So you actually departmentalize, or you, based on functions, classify these vision, or you translate the vision into something that can be done by the lower level management. So that is the relationship between the top level, middle level and the lower level management. They set the vision, top level management sets the vision, sets the ideas at a broader level. Lower level management actually serve as the people who really do it at the ground level. The middle level management are the people who convert this into something that can be achieved and can be understandable for the lower level management. Administration and management, and this is another term, administration and management, where are two terms that are interchangeably used. Some people consider to be the same, some people think they are different, some people think one is a part of the other, and this confusion and the debate has gone on for a long time. Now, this is the problem that we have. Both management and administration are generally taken to mean as one and the same. So, if I was to say that somebody is doing an MBA, Masters in Business Administration, then it is a course that is related more to administration. But people think administration and management are the same. So MBA is basically a management degree. So if if administration and management are two different things, why would they say MBA is more of a management degree? It has administration as a core term in the definition of MBA. So this is something that has raged for a long time. The question is administration a part of management, or is administration something different from management, or are they both the same? Now, the first thing says that management and administration are different. So if you say they are different, then you probably have to find what is the difference between management and administration. Now in this particular case, what theorists say is that administration is about setting the corporate policy or the vision or the objectives. So you actually do what is the planning phase and sort of creating a certain level over which, or a certain region over which, or a framework over which things can be done. So you're setting a zone of management, a zone of decision making for the people in the organization. So that is what is classified as administration. Now management on the other hand is actually going down and implementing this. So according to this, when they're different, administration is about setting the corporate policy, management is about actually going down and doing it. It's very much like a tire and a car concept. Now administration is basically like the tire, which is isolated. It has a certain specification, it has a certain role. So if it's a big tire, it probably fits a truck. If it's a small tire, it probably fits a bike. But management is actually getting the tire onto the vehicle suitable and actually getting it running. So in that case, administration and management are like planning and execution. So administration is about setting the objectives. Now what did we say management was? So what are the components, or what are the functions? Planning, controlling, directing, and also controlling. So those are the four things that came under management. If that is the case, then planning itself should be a part of management, and hence administration is a part of management according to this. Now some people say they are just two terms, there is no distinction. So basically they're saying administration and management are the same. The only thing is, in certain places you use certain terms, in certain places you don't use certain terms. If you look at the public sector service, a lot of the people in posts where they actually manage are called administrators. We've got the Indian Administration Service. We have got so many bureaucrats and people who basically are doing nothing but managing a certain process, but are called administrators or because of their domain. So three different views. One is that they are different, where one sets the policy and the other one implements it. The other one says management and administration are administration is a part of management, or is an activity within management itself, and third one says basically all of the same, just that one of them is used in certain areas and one of them is used, the other one is used in the other areas. So administration and management. Now this will actually explain, this diagram can actually explain to you what administration and management is. Supposing we say administration is more about setting the corporate policy and vision and giving the framework over which a manager can operate, then at the top level management you have more of the vertical lines which represents administrations. So the top level management is about setting the objectives, is about setting the corporate policy, is about looking at where the company should go and how it should go. So basically the vision and the mission of the organization. Now when you go down to the lower level management, the people are more focused on the operations. So if you look at the graph, it says that there is more of the operations rather than administration. So the people at the lower level management do not exercise too much power over setting the corporate policy or objectives, but it really does have some value for administration. How? Now today a lot of organizations are understanding the fact that a lot of the issues faced by the organization are to do with the lower level management, or things that are happening at the operational level. Hence they too have a contribution to make in determining what the corporate policy is. So there is a certain level, and if you look at middle level management, they serve as a link between top level and lower level. Hence they do play a part in both setting the corporate policies by providing the information from the bottom, also translating the policy into something that can be implemented at the lower level.